What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video on the My Stock Journey channel. So today the market is going crazy. I'm going to do a little bit further explanation in a video later today about like what all I've been getting today, but I did want to go over how I've so far made about $1,250 in the stock market within honestly the last like 2 months. So we can look here. So on my M1 Finance account, I only have one stock, and that's going to be my Stag Industrial stock. I do remember that I had like 9 or 10 different shares of 9 or 10 different stocks, of different companies. I had some Apple, some Microsoft, but around the end of January, I actually did end up selling all of it because I wanted to switch over to Robinhood. And it just so happened that all this really started to happen right after I sold, thank God. And, you know, I kind of just sat on the sidelines for a little while, let everything go down, watch it go down, and, you know, pick my timing to come back in. You know, I didn't want to time the market per se, but I definitely knew it was going to keep declining as everything was getting worse. So I was kind of going in accordance with the coronavirus. As it was getting worse, I was waiting. Once it started getting better, I was like, okay, now's my time. So I caught Stag Industrial at $21 and I think 50 cents. Yeah, $21.50. And, you know, it was actually crazy. The day before I bought, I was looking and I was like, okay, if Stag Industrial goes down to $23, I'm just going to go all in at it. I think I had a few shares at like my average price was like 27 bucks or so, but I knew, I was like, it's gonna go down, and when it does, I'm gonna buy. Well, the next morning I woke up and it was $21.50, and it had actually previously, it visited like, I think it went down to $20.75 that same day, but I woke up a little bit too late, not surprisingly, and it was at $21.50. So I did go all in with the money that I wanted to invest. I bought like 60 shares or so. I think I already had 3 before. And yeah, so my value in Stag Industrial has gone up $300 or so. Let me see. It has gone up $372 actually. Like I said, I bought it at $21.50. The value of it went up to $27.19. So it's a little bit under $6 each per share, and I have 60 shares. So that's how you get that $372. And yeah, so $372 from Stag Industrial. Next, we will look at my nice little profile picture there. Anyways, and now we'll go over into my Robinhood account. So my very first stock, I'll go bottom up, I do own is Microsoft. All of you guys know I'm a super huge fanboy of Microsoft. I don't really know why per se, like when it started, but as I've slowly started to learn about Microsoft and I've seen the progress they made, and then you look at their 5-year and you see the consistency that it was up until this point, that is what attracts me to stocks, and that's why I love them personally. I bought this stock with the average price of $170.98. Since then, it's gone up about $4.50, roughly. It's going crazy right now, so I don't really know, but about $4 to $5. So, and I own 6 shares, so that has brought me a return today of about $34.38. Totally though, it's brought me a return of about $27 from the growth of the stock. Next, we have Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is another one that I'm a huge fan of. I think that as the coronavirus starts to, you know, maybe not ease up a bit, but our economy and society starts to get back to normal one day, Coca-Cola is gonna, you know, I think they're gonna flourish whenever the arenas start to reopen and we're having shows and football games and all that good stuff, whenever that may be. Could be years from now, who really knows. I think when more Coca-Cola is getting bought, they start advertising more, halftime shows, that different type of stuff, the value of their stock is going to increase drastically, in my opinion. And with that being said, I bought in at $45.60. Since then, it's gone up about $2.08, which not bad at all. And with that growth of the value, our return is about $31.21. So next, we'll do Bank of America, another one I'm a super huge fan of. I do think that as our economy starts to get back to normal, things start to slow down. I think this one might take a little bit longer. I think that the Bank of America is going to just do amazing. It's one of the top-notch banks, super good balance sheet, not too much debt, not really debt any. And, you know, it's just doing super well, especially today. It's up a lot. Today alone, it's up $31 or so, which ain't bad at all. Totally, it's made me $89, and that's come from the fact that it's up $3 per share from when I bought it. I bought in at $21.95, which wasn't the lowest of the lows that it had visited. I can go check to see. I know I did catch this one a little bit later. Yeah, there we go. It went down to $18. I wish I had caught it then, but I mean, no harm done. I didn't lose anything. I didn't gain anything. I bought in at $21.95, which is still pretty low compared to the market, and especially what it's at now. And so, yeah, that's brought me $88.95. Next, Main Street Capital, another one that's doing absolutely amazing. I'm a super big fan of it. It's just one that I see to be really strong and one that I do believe is going to just make a lot of gains in the upcoming future. We can look at the 1 year. This is something I wanted to take notice of. That before the crash, this is kind of the long term for me. This is my next term, I guess, is when the market reaches these highs again. I have no clue when it's going to be. It could be years. It could just make a V-shaped recovery out of nowhere. And we're back to normal, which I don't think that's going to happen. But so from this point to that point is a lot of growth. And the fact that from when I bought to up here, it's already made back $211 is super amazing, just because I'm like, if this increase makes me that, this increase is just going to bring in even more money. And, that growth is something that obviously I'm attracted to, the growth of money. And so it's going to be super nice to watch that happen. So, like I said, Main Street Capital has brought me $211 from the growth of stock. And actually, before I get into that one, I will go over my Bitcoin. So I know I said I'm not going to buy Bitcoin. I know, but hear me out. So I didn't want to buy Bitcoin on Robinhood at first, simply for the fact that you don't actually own the coin. You own basically a promise of the price. I was iffy about it. I was super duper iffy about it. But whenever I saw Bitcoin making gains, and I kind of watched it last night, and I was like, it's doing something weird, and I think it's about to go up, and I'm really glad I did. So I was watching it, and as soon as I saw it start breaking through some of those points it wasn't breaking through before, I was like, it's gonna grow. I did invest $900 into it just to let it grow up a little bit. And since then, it's made me $22.82 at the moment, which honestly I can't complain. I just kind of hope I didn't really hope for the best, because I did have some indicators like, okay, it's about to go up. And, with that being said, the growth, getting $23 extra doesn't hurt. So Bitcoin, $23. And lastly, we will go over Store Capital, my personal second favorite behind Microsoft stock. This is, like I said, one that's backed by a lot of different companies. It has super strong fundamentals, and I do believe it's going to excel, especially once the coronavirus pandemic starts to slow down a lot. As we can see here, I have 140 shares and an average cost of $16, which is phenomenal. I know it went down to like $14.80 or so. I didn't catch it then because I wasn't buying at that point. I was waiting for the recovery to begin a little bit. So I did catch it at $16. It has since then recovered to $20.37, which is a huge gain, super good recovery. And with that being said, this stock alone has made me $611. To date, by itself, it's made me $322, which is amazing. I can't complain about that at all. I know it'll probably go down a little bit before the end of the day. But yeah, so my total return from Store Capital is $611. So a lot of you guys were asking me, you were like, okay, we saw like your $7,500 stock portfolio update and everything, but how much of this money that you have invested is your money? How much have you, invested, and how much have you gained? So as you can see from the title of this video, I am currently up about $1,300. I've invested $8,228 of my own dollars. And currently right now, of all my portfolios added up, I am at $9,558, which is, a good solid $1,330, something like that, dollars. So yeah, $8,200 of it's mine, and my portfolio is pushing $9,600 in value. So yeah, I definitely can't complain about that. I do project that this growth is even going to continue. If we look at the 5-year, if Store Capital even reaches this point right here, right, $34.81, from this to there is absolutely insane. That's a very large growth, and from just this growth alone today is $300. So we can only imagine if it, realistically grows and continues over time, that I do believe these numbers are going to just skyrocket. Now I'm super duper excited about that. But yeah, and that will do it. So that is how I made over $1,300 in the stock market within the last 2 months. I do have another video coming later today that this day has been so crazy, I want to talk about today. I want to talk about the gains I've made today and what plays I'm making for the rest of the week coming up. And so I will see you guys later today. Peace.